Okay, so there are 3 scenes I want to go over in episode number 3 that are my favorites and maybe the most remarkable from that episode for me. And let's get right into it. This is basically the look that she gives Dong Hoon after she has planted that famous kiss on him at the end, because she was driven to it, because he basically walked off and said, you know what, I'm not going to be pushed around like this. My first favorite scene in this episode, however, is the meeting between him and his wife. After all this drama with the money that she also was supposed to help him understand, whatever, this is their meeting. And it tells you so much about their relationship.
누구랑 마셨어? 누구랑 마셨는데?
직원들하고 마셨지. 누구랑 마시게.
His tone is so like she always has to ask. She gets sort of unwilling answers from him, which is something that repeats itself in the drama a lot. And it gives you a great insight into their relationship, how it's been already. It's not just after he found out that she's having an affair. Even before in the drama, she asks questions and he doesn't seem to respond. Or later on when they have flashbacks of times when she asks him and he just doesn't respond. I'm not surprised that she's having an affair and that she wants out of the relationship. It seems to be that she just doesn't have the guts to break up with him. Even though, as it turns out later, there's a lot that's gone wrong here.
돈은?
찾았어.
And this is like, the big topic that he's been, scared about. And he just goes, I found it. So.
그걸 어디서 찾았어?
그냥 찾았어.
It's like pulling teeth. So I can't imagine. I mean, if I was in a relationship and my girlfriend had to go through this, I mean, I would congratulate her if she breaks up with me, okay? If I was this non-communicative. Now, maybe I'm a bit tough on him because I just feel sometimes people are tough on her, but I can understand her character, and it's beautifully explained throughout the drama. It gets even more explained once they both find out that they know, he knows, and all that. Because she gets the chance to talk about how she felt.
그냥 어디서?
청소부가 갖고 왔더라고. 쓰레기통에서 찾았다고.
He doesn't give eye contact. He's ignoring her. It's just like he doesn't want to talk about it, and yet it's the most obvious thing. Another person might have come home and get, oh my God, thank you so much for your help. I know, but the money was found. Everything is fine. We're good. Sorry, I worried you. But not in this case.
근데 왜 당신이 버렸대?
누가 그래? 내가 버렸다고 누가 그래?
준영이한테 전화해봤어.
Okay. She realizes everything's gone. She just said the wrong thing. It's all very clear what's going on inside of them because they're such great actors.
그 자식한테 뭐하러 전화해?
당신 전화 안 되고 내가 알아볼 때가 준혁이밖에 더 있어?
Lee Jia is such an amazing actress. She's underrated in this drama. Nobody talks about her because everybody else is so great as well. And she, to many people, is maybe not the likable character, but I like her character too. I don't have a problem with her character, and she's acting it beautifully. Like she's very sensitive.
눈에 욕심이 다글다 그래가지고 대필합시고 성인 문제처럼 웃고 다니는데 누굴 속여?
그렇게 찢어발개지 좀 말라고 좀. 그렇게 찍고 또 그대로 넣어둘 거지. 그럼 말라 비틀어진다고 내가 몇 번을 말해.
돈 찾았다고. 다 해결됐다고.
Actually, when you watch it back over and over, it's like there's so much hurt and sort of repressed frustration and pain in that exchange in her eyes as well when she looks at him. Obviously, it's not about the bag, right? But it's so beautifully expressed through that little stupid plastic bag. These years of disappointment in each other and the frustration. And him sort of just like, what the hell is happening? And yeah, he knows that there's something else, but he doesn't quite know exactly how deep that thing goes. There's so much going on in her face and in her eyes. It's quite amazing. And he just knows that it's like as well, he knows that he's disappointed her over the years in many ways somehow by not listening to what she wanted to do and hanging out with his brothers all the time. But maybe that's what he wants. So what they don't have the guts to do is to split up or talk honestly to each other. So it's quite interesting. I love how the director gives him time now to figure out how to respond. Everything is given time in this drama. It's great. You can breathe with it. And this scene tops the whole scene off in a beautiful way because they didn't have to show the bit at the end. And I'll tell you which bit I mean.
미안해. 다신 이런 일 없어. 준영이한테 전화 그러지 마.
And now she's crying because of all the guilt she probably has as well now, and the frustration. But here now, mostly the guilt. And because he also always still says the right thing, but she also knows that his heart is not in it. He acts like a bit of a machine at home and he's just walking through it like he really isn't really in it. So yeah, knowing that and being in this situation must be really hard for her as well. And at the same time, she's feeling super guilty, of course, about what she's doing because she knows she's not doing the right thing. At the same time, she wants out. So there is a snippet of dialogue in one scene that I really, really love that stood out to me in the scene when they're having this incredibly awkward dinner. One of the reasons why she gets so shirty with him here when he asks these questions, one of the things that is on her mind, I believe, is the character. She needs to maintain this idea that he is just an average person that she doesn't like, that is judgmental, that is not going to give a shit about her, so she can maintain the idea that it's okay to get him fired. Now, she doesn't want to start liking this guy or like think that he's a nice guy or something. That's not the plan. So that's what she's working against here. So she doesn't want him to pour her drinks and stuff. We're not friends, kind of thing. So this is the most awkward one they have.
초등학교 뒤야. 맞아요, 엄청 신동네.
And that's here like, oh, I'm just going to jump to the conclusion that you're going to be judging me anyway, so I'm just going to say it up front. Buh.
아버지는 뭐 하시고?
아저씨 아버지는 뭐 하세요? 아저씨 아버지 뭐 하시는지 하나도 안 궁금한데 왜 우리 아버지가 궁금할까?
그냥 물어봤어.
그런 걸 왜 그냥 물어봐요?
어른들은 애들 보면 그냥 물어봐, 그런 거.
잘 사는 집 구석인지 못 사는 집 구석인지 아버지 직업으로 간보려고?
미안하다.
실례예요 그런 질문.
그래, 실례했다.
Beautiful dialogue because it shows you so much about them individually. This is why I love the scripting in this drama. First of all, it shows you a depth to her character, that she is triggered by that. At the same time, it's obviously ironic because at the same time, she is doing far worse things right now than asking awkward questions. But at the same time, she has certain values, and she really also wants to see the bad in him at this stage. So she's not forgiving about this at all. She wants to see the bad in him to make it easier for herself to get him fired and justify it to herself, right? Because one of the biggest dilemmas for her in this drama is like, what can I justify doing this? What can I justify doing here? Like, she starts off basically saying, I can justify doing anything as long as I keep my grandmother safe and do whatever. I don't expect anything from people. People are bad anyway. Nobody gives a shit about me, so I can do what I need to do to survive. The world is bad, so I treat it bad too. However, all the way through the drama, of course, she realizes that she can do better, that the world is not bad, that not all people are bad. And so she changes. And at this point, she's still like, no, people are bad, and I'm going to prove it to you by picking you up on this. And at the same time, he's also saying some stuff that is not really himself, really. And he's learning something. So I like the way that he apologizes as well, quite genuinely. And he realizes that that was not nice. And it's true. And he's learned something. So she's also teaching him something in this scene. But I want to get to the last meeting that they have. She's now bugged his phone. And they get to the point when he picks up money because he gets frustrated with her calling him late at night, and he starts to feel stupid about it. So he gets money out and thinks, oh, if I give her $1 million per month, then that's better than being pushed around having dinner. So they're having this dinner that's meant to be the last one. And it messes up her plan.
대기야, 할머니처럼 묻혀. 다들에게 백씩 줄게. 그래, 그 밥은 그만 먹자.
왜? 말 돌까봐 겁나나?
응. 불편해. 몰래 숨어서 밥 먹고 그러는 거.
재밌어 할 줄 알았더니. 혹시 좋아질까봐 그래요?
So she's clearly been going with that angle because she's been hearing, oh, maybe I've never been tempted, because she heard that from his brother, that he said, oh, you never want to give in to temptation. So that's set off something in her head that maybe she can get in with this angle. And now, but she's so bad at it, really, that this has really thrown her. But he gets annoyed with that. And I don't know what your guess is here, but I'm almost thinking he gets annoyed with her saying that, oh, are you worried that you're going to fall for me? Because maybe there's some truth in it. Like, maybe there's some truth in it. And because that's not him. At the same time, there's certainly hints coming up as well. And also the interest he's showing in her, despite everything, there's certainly something going on in him. At the same time, there's this situation. So, but then he gets angry and he takes the money back, which is significant. because he's kind of recovering his pride now.
그냥 그 옷은 네가 버렸다고 말해. 그게 낫겠다. 나이 먹어서 너같이 어린애한테 질질 끌려다니느니 그냥 다 말해. 네가 버렸다고. 나도 내가 가질 생각은 없었다고 말하면 되니까.
And the dynamics really change because he's now put down, here's what I'm going to be doing. Do what you like. I'm not going to be pushed around by you. And that's actually a great moment because it changes the dynamics and it puts her into an awkward position because she needs the money quick. And so she accelerates the plan and does the infamous kiss thing, which is coming up now. So she follows him and then it comes to this point.
너 뭐 하자는 거야? 왜 따라와? 뭐?
And she's like staring at him. She looks kind of really scared at this stage and like really uncomfortable. Like somebody who's jumping off a cliff because clearly this is not something that she's ever done before. So it's definitely out of her comfort zone. And yet she has to just push through it. That's what she looks like, at least.
뭐?
She looks really scared. Because she knows how he's going to respond. It's kind of really painful to watch. And she looks like a pitiful, guilty dog right now.
하지 말라고. 날 힘들어 그럼? 어?
And she knows what he thinks. And she's sort of ashamed of herself, I think, that the way she looks is like, it's an interesting face that you see on her. It's like, it's very real. And he's completely confused, of course.
내가 유럽에 가는 게 아니라 여태 사고 안 친 것 같아.
And what I love about this here at the end,
유혹이 없었던 거야.
this is obviously what she's heard before.
그러니까 모르는 거야. 내가 유혹에 가는 인간인지 아닌지.
He's confused. Here's the last look she gives him. And this to me shows concern. And so that's why I wanted to say about this scene. This is like she's looking back at him with some concern, which gives you a foreshadowing of the rest of the drama. So despite everything that she's doing to him, she does feel guilty about this. And she feels there's a bit of like, I'm sorry in this look to me. And for those that think that she's like a complete evil, like criminal, I don't think so at all. Because this looks like, oh, I'm sorry, but it has to be done. And she walks off, and that's the end of the episode. And I know in the next episode she says, oh, I did it because I was bored, but that's just because she's pretending really well and plays a certain role in that situation because what it was not that she wanted to kiss him. It was because she needed to get the shot because that was the plan. And yeah, that's how it carries on. So let me know what you thought of this. It's really tricky to keep these videos short because as soon as you have more than one scene, there's so much to pick up. And then we missed the whole scene where Dong Hoon and his brother talk, and he defends Lee Ji-yeon. It's a great thing as well that foreshadows how she's starting to change her mind about Dong Hoon. And so there's a lot going on. I don't know how I'm going to do this with the later episodes. There's so much. And maybe I should just concentrate on one scene. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode of my little series. Let me know in your comments and share your thoughts. And also give this a like and a subscribe if you want to see the rest of the series. Make sure you subscribe. And let me know, episode number 5, what are your favorite scenes? Maybe they'll coincide with mine. I'll bear in mind what you say here below. and maybe they'll feature in the next video because I've already done episode number 4. So that should come up here somewhere right now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.